Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight featuring Snoop Dogg, the Weed God.
Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my girl a 44 when she crept in the back door. Chickens looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this mother, just a swank in my head.
Snoop Dogg, also known as Snoop Lion, also known as Snoop Doggity Dogg, was first seen in 1950 in a comic strip for Charlie Brown. Snoop Dogg then released his debut album, Doggy Style, in 1993, which then caught the attention of many of the champions on Summoner's Rift.
Smoke weed every day.
After being a sensation with his smooth rhymes and flows in the League of Legends, Snoop Dogg was personally invited to join the league with his weed powers. Snoop Dogg's passive is Smoke Weed Every Day. Smoke Weed Every Day is an ability that stacks every time Snoop Dogg is not moving. You know how Yasuo's passive builds up when he is moving? Well, for our new champ Snoop Dogg, it is the opposite. Every time your boy Snoopy stops moving, he takes that time to hit a joint. Here you can see Snoop Dogg smoking a blunt. And yes, Snoop Dogg can have a blunt, but Graves still can't have a cigar. Sorry, summoners. But Graves can have a blunt too.
Smoke weed every day.
The amount of weed stacks Snoop Dogg has scales with his W, his E, and his ultimate. His passive Smoke Weed Every Day also makes snacks such as potions and biscuits taste much better, which causes him to get double healing effects from consumables. Snoop Dogg's W interacts with his Q and his E, so we're going to go over his W first. Snoop Dogg's W is Take a Hit, Dog. Snoop Dogg is a very generous man, especially when it comes to his weed. When Snoop Dogg uses Take a Hit, Dog, he infuses some THC into the enemy champion and gives them a high. The enemies get so high that they lose movement speed, which also scales with Snoop Dogg's weed stacks. Take a Hit, Dog also marks enemy champions with Snoop Dogg's personal THC. Enemies marked will stay marked until Snoop uses his Q on them. Now we can talk about Snoopy's Q, Pimp Cane. Snoop Dogg empowers his Pimp Cane with his weed and strikes the enemy for bonus damage. If Snoop Dogg hits an enemy marked with THC, he then deals extra true damage and yells, Snoop Dogg's E is Kush Cloud. When activating Kush Cloud, Snoop Dogg takes a huge hit of his blunt and releases the cloud of smoke into a targeted area. Enemies within the Kush Cloud cannot see outside of the smoke, and enemies outside of the Kush Cloud cannot see within the smoke. Snoop Dogg, though, is the only champion that can see within the cloud 1 second after it's casted. If Snoop Dogg uses his W, Take a Hit, Dog, on a champion while they are in Kush Cloud, the enemy champion will become confused. Confusion is a new stasis effect we are introducing to the League of Legends. If an enemy champion is confused, they cannot differentiate enemies from allies. All champions and even minions on their screens look like allies for a period of time. Snoop Dogg's ultimate is the Weed God. Snoop Dogg summons all of his weed and smokes it all at once, allowing him to get the craziest high of his life. Snoop Dogg gets so high that he then becomes a god. When Weed God is activated, Snoop Dogg gains AoE damage and bonus armor and magic resistance while he is super high. Snoop Dogg also gains additional effects on all of his abilities. His E, Kush Cloud, now deals damage over time. His W, Take a Hit, Dog, reduces resistances, and his Q, Pimp Cane, deals splash damage to enemies nearby. For the gameplay commentary, I'm going to let my homeboy Jerome take the mic, so sit back and relax while Jerome takes you through his gameplay. Hey yo, what's up, my nigga? Yo, Jerome, don't say that here. Nope, Jerome, you can't say that here. What? I can't say nigga. Yeah, Jerome, no, you can't say that, bruh. But I'm just saying, nigga, I'm glad I could join all y'all here today. Now let's get into it, my summoners. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg is a very good duelist and fighter. It's a little ironic to think Snoop Dogg fights while he is high, but when Snoop Dogg was invited to join the League of Legends, he vowed to drop every champ like they're hot. You know what I'm saying? When playing Snoopy, I like to AFK in my base so I can stack up my weed stacks. You can go to lane and stack up weed stacks there, but I personally like to stack them up as soon as I can. After letting Snoop hit the blunt for quite a while, about 20 minutes, I then like to head to my lane and farm until I get my abilities. I first take my W, take a hit dog, because my teammates are usually toxic and they need to take a fucking hit. After I let them take a hit of my joint, I then resume farming until I hit level 6 and get my ultimate Weed God. Now with Weed God, Snoop can either thrive in a team fight or in a side lane. Typically, I like to head to team fights and use my W on everyone cause they need to chill the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? Then I use my Pimp Cane to drop them like it's hot, you know what I'm saying? Well y'all, thank you for tuning in to this League of Legends Champion Spotlight featuring Snoop Dogg, the Weed God. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Champion Spotlights. Also, share this video if you liked it and comment down below who you want to see in a Champion Spotlight, you know what I'm saying?
Panda.